Hey guys, I'm just going to be doing some price research strategies. So what you're going to do is check to see on Airbnb what other competitors are pricing their inventory for. It's just like anything else. If you're an eBay seller or Amazon seller, you always have to keep track of your competitors. Also keep an eye out on what the resort is actually selling it for. Like if you go to hotels.com, you want to make sure that you have it priced cheaper than the hotel itself, but also um, your Airbnb competitors. So just basically just go ahead and grab your address of your unit, and you just want to go to airbnb.com and pretend that you're a renter. Now, I'm actually in Canada right now, that's why there's a .ca there. Um, Paste your actual address and it will usually autocorrect your address for you in their format. Go ahead and add the dates that you're researching for. Now, keep in mind during your research, let's pretend you had a 1 week block. You might be tempted to go August 28th to September 4th, but sometimes you also want to see what people are advertising for around those dates. So you might go plus or minus 3 days or plus or minus 7 days here, just to kind of get a glimpse of what it's going for. Now, I'm actually just going to go plus or minus um, 3 days here because this is the summer months. September starts to drop off. It really depends what kind of year it is, if there's any special holidays. So just keep that in mind when doing your price research. So now go ahead and search for the listing. Okay. Now you'll start to see a lot of listings come up. Right now we're doing some research in Cocoa Beach. So Um, right now you can see there's 136 stays. Usually when I do my price research, I want to make sure that if I add some filters to get a more realistic expectation. But as you can see during this time, the average price is of $152 per night. That's taking into account everything. Um, Now, if I add a filter, I might say, okay, well, I have a 2 bedroom. That's usually pretty important. And if you have an entire place, make sure you add that filter because sometimes people share their apartments or they have shared rooms. If you have an entire place, you don't really want to be competing with those people because a lot of people on Airbnb will search for that. Now you can see the average price is 165 per night. Okay. Now this particular red dot on the map is where our addresses that we put. So Um, these are our direct competitors. So as you can see, there's someone right around us that's listing at 147. There's another person for 116. So this particular unit is actually checking in 4 days. So you're going to want to be really competitive with your pricing if it's last minute. And another thing that you want to be competitive with is your minimum nights. If you have a holiday ownership, you might ask for a minimum of 7 nights, maybe 5 nights. But when it's last minute, you might want to consider dropping your prices and maybe even dropping your minimum nights to 3 nights. That way you could get a 2 3 night bookings or a 3 night booking and a 4 night booking. Um, and a lot of times, resorts will allow you to clean the unit and pay a fee and have another person go in. Okay, so what you can also do is kind of check out what your competitors are doing. Just go ahead and click on the listing and then right hand click it and go open link a new tab, and then you can quickly check what other people are doing around you just to get a feel of what other people have. So um, this guy has a 5 night minimum. Okay. And do they have any fees? There's a cleaning fee of 150. Okay. So just like with anything else you do, just make sure that you do your research. Now, this particular listing is actually a direct competitor of one of my clients that I'm actually have listed for. So she's listing at 148, so we need to make sure we go under that. And then we want to check, okay, what is Lorna doing for her minimum nights? She has a 6-night minimum. So we'd probably come in and offer 145 with a 5-night minimum. That would be reasonable. Let's look at the next person. Similar similar place, pool on the beach. Um, this is a 2-bedroom and it's going for 116. Now, when you do your minimum, make sure you don't check on the same day because a lot of times people will not allow same day check-in. So this person does have a minimum 7-night booking. Okay, so I think you guys start to get the idea here um, with the price strategy. So this is the same resort as Lorna, but she's listing at 148. Okay, so we definitely need to go under that. We need to hit it up for, I would even say 130 if you wanted to be really competitive. Um, when you're doing last minute within 4 days. Okay, so that's about it for price research, guys. Now, when you do change your pricing, here's what's really important, and this is another thing that I wanted to show you. So you're going to go to airbnb.com/hosting/listings with an S. Now, there's 2 areas where you can change your price. A lot of people don't know this. So this is actually, you're going to click on your listing, make sure you click on the writing details. I'm just actually going to go back to that because I have so many listings, it could confuse people. So you can click here, which is confusing. Don't click there. You could click there. I want you to hover over the writing on your resort and click on the writing. That's going to bring you to the section where you can edit your price. All these tabs at the top is where you can change settings. So the first thing you'd want to do is go to pricing and availability, and you can change your base price here. Now, this is actually important to change this because it's going to show up on the search results in that little map. Okay, so go ahead and change it here. But then, if you change this, it doesn't necessarily change your pricing on the days. To go and change the pricing of your days, you want to click on this calendar icon here. Sometimes you'll see a little in the middle here, a calendar button. Airbnb has different views. And if you by chance you get confused, this is the link and this is your listing ID. Whenever you're on any of the pages for your listing, you'll see the listing ID is always the same. So you could always do you could just type it in yourself if you get confused. Okay. Then what you want to do is click on the date if you want to, and you can go mark it as available, change your price here. Let's pretend we go to $99 and we press save. Now, if you wanted to change prices on multiple dates, click with the left button on a day, hold down the shift button, select to where you want to go, and then you can actually mark it as available or blocked and edit the price here and edit multiple days. Remember, if you're doing 7 nights, a lot of people will be tempted to go 23 to 30 because that looks like a week, but just remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you mark the 29th as available, it will go into the 30th, okay? Or count 7 nights if that's what you have. All right, that's about it. Thank you for taking this time to watch this video, and good luck renting.